We know that light is the fastest traveler in the universe, but even with light's extraordinary speed, it still takes many years for the light from the stars to reach our eyes. The closest star to us, besides the Sun, is Alpha Centauri. Astronomers once believed Alpha Centauri was a single star, but now it is known that it is a triple star, meaning there's 3 stars that orbit each other, close to each other. This triple star is approximately 23,462,784 miles from Earth. Here's Einstein again. Distances in space are so large that astronomers find it much easier to use light years as a measurement of distance. A light year is the distance light travels in a year. Instead of saying Alpha Centauri is 23,462,784 million miles away, astronomers say that it is 4 light years away. It's actually 4.4. That's okay. Another term that astronomers use to measure large distances in space is a parsec. Each parsec is equal to 3.26 light years. I wonder why they picked that. Anyway. Is a parsec really a term to measure distances? It sounds more like the name of a vegetable. Whether it sounds like a vegetable or not, it is still used to measure distances. For example, since Alpha Centauri is 4 light years from Earth, it could also be said that it is a little more than 1 parsec from Earth. Sometimes when we are dealing with large distances in space, our numbers become too large for a calculator. We need to learn how to multiply these large numbers on our calculator because we certainly do not want to do the math using paper and pencil. If I want to find the distance light travels in a week, I need to multiply 186,000 by the numbers of seconds in a week, which is 604,800. If you multiply those two numbers, the answer won't fit on your calculator. When you multiply numbers that are too large for the calculator, you must remove all the zeros at the end of the numbers. Multiply and then return the zeros to your answer. Let's look at the example concerning the distance light travels in a week. 186,000, that's how many miles light travels in a second, times 604,800, that's how many seconds there are in a week. And so multiplying these two, we will figure out how far light travels in a week. But it's too big, right? So if we lop off the zeros, we end up with 186 times 6,048. What are you going to do with the 5 zeros you removed? I'll put them in this box for safekeeping. So then you can take that and multiply it out. 186 times 6,048 on a calculator, 1,124,928. Now I'll take those 5 zeros that were saved and return them to the answer. So you end up with, by slapping the 5 zeros back on the end here, 112,492,800,000 miles, meaning that in a week, light can travel that far, that many miles. Goodness. Solve the following problems on your calculator by removing zeros. I'm not going to make a video to show you how to do this because you can probably just work this through yourself. So the trick is you take the zeros off, and this would be 55 times 96 equals whatever, and then you add 6 zeros onto the end. Now you'll notice that you add commas every 3 zeros, every 3 digits, right? Because here's hundreds, thousands, and now we're at the millions. So for this one, you take the zeros off and multiply these two. Watch out for this one. There's a little trick there. Remember, you only take the zeros off the end. When you are solving problems about distances in space, you will be dealing with very large numbers. The names of these numbers are shown below. You can go through these yourself. It's kind of fun.